Hey, it's Lauren with Bead Box Bargains, and today we're going to take a look at our new upcoming items. We're going to start listing on the website today, Monday the 9th, and we should have everything in this video up on the site by Friday the 13th. So first off, slightly late, but better late than never, we finally have some more Gemstone hearts. And I will say, if you order these today, there is a very good chance they will not come before Valentine's Day, just because of the way our the mail's been running and shipping schedules, that sort of thing. So full disclosure there, but we had so many requests, just carry more hearts. It's, even after Valentine's Day, we want more. So I've done my best. We've got some more in. We've got these large gemstone hearts in red jasper. You can see you've got some nice variations. Some of them have some dark linear patterns. Sometimes you get the lighter ones. Some of them are more of a solid red. And then we have amethyst, got some beautiful quartz marbling in these. You've got some gray and brown as well. And we have rose quartz, which has less variation, but still slightly differing shades of pink. And these are top drilled, front to back, right about there. So we've got those. We also have a couple faceted hearts with the silver surround. We had a lot of requests for these, and I did my best. I really wanted them to get here sooner, but hey, at least we have them now. We have these rose quartz with the silver setting. I love those. We have amethyst. As you can see, again, color variance. Just naturally, amethyst is going to vary a little bit in color. So pretty. I love the facet pattern on these hearts. It's stunning. And then we also have Amazonite. Really nice, beautiful Amazonite. And I really like the shape with the big loop at the top. It feels kind of boho. Incredible faceting pattern. I'm excited to finally have these in. Would have been great to have them last week, yes, but hey, they're here now, and I'm excited about that. So we'll have those for you. And then after that, we've got an amazing lot of glass in from the Czech Republic. I'm really excited to show you those. So let's take a look. We've got some 6mm rounds in this really cool, like purple with red stripes. Isn't that fun? I love those. And these are machine sorted by weight, which makes them very economical, and you get a lot in that package. We have the really pretty dark coral red. You've got a little bit of a swirly. You can see the line in the middle of some of them, which is fun. The pressed glass. It's a really, really gorgeous, swirly, fairly opaque red. But like I said, there's enough color variation in it. That is some of the beads you can see where the two halves meet, which I actually love it when that happens because it's so uniquely Czech. It's so pretty. It's not like there's a seam you can feel. You can just see where the two halves of the glass kind of melded together color-wise. And I love that. Then we have these little button flowers, and these are kind of fun. They're something a little different. They are drilled in the back like that. So they are like these little bell flowers, but they're drilled more like a tiny button. Super cute. So it'd be great for like bracelets or, to actually use as a tiny button with a clasp or something if you wanted. There might be a little small for that. You just have to have a loop the right size. We also have these fun cushion cut beads in this gorgeous matte blue opal. And we've got a few more colors, I think, coming up later this week. This is really stunning, though. I love that color. And the matte finish really, really brings out that, like, multicolor opal type shine. Those are gorgeous. We have some mixes, which are super interesting here. So these are all sold by weight. You're going to get a mixed bag. And they may vary. But I want to give you an idea of the types of beads that come in them. This is a really pretty one. This like light aqua and brown and crystal. We've got some dagger beads. Those are gorgeous. We've got quite a few of those actually, and some with the brown stripe as well as the teal stripe. We've got these flowers. Those are so pretty. There's two in this one and some smaller bell flowers as well. There's a little square. Obviously, every mix is going to be unique. You've got a lot of 6mm rounds in this one. I love the colors in this marbled glass where it just looks like a little marble. You've got the crystal combined with the brown and the blue. I think that's a really neat mix. Now, I do want to point out, this is mixed by weight. You may occasionally find a broken bead in here. These came from the factory mixed like this. So they are just machine sorted. You may get a few unusable beads. There's another little half bead as well mixed in. So just know that and be prepared for that. We'll be sure to note it in the description as well. You get a lot of beautiful usable pieces and some that are less than perfect as well. Again, sadly, that one is imperfect because when we sort things by hand, we always pick out that kind of stuff. But when you're having machine sort it, that's just not a possibility. So yeah, you may occasionally have some, like slightly, this one's got a weird edge. But you have a lot of beautiful beads too. This great flower, these fun rectangles. There's a shell in there. There's lots of little cute things. So do be aware of that with these mixes. They are truly a mix. These are from an old warehouse in the Czech Republic that had, like, a lot of them are vintage beads. So they have really unique colors and shapes, but there also might be some damage or imperfections. This one's really cool. This blue mix, blue-green. You got a couple of Christmas trees in there. That's fun. Ooh, I like those rounds. And this is a really cool table cut bead. Look at that. And then you've got this great turquoise color teardrop, some itty bitty little bellflowers. That's beautiful, that turquoise silk. And some dark green pieces. That's a fun 2-hole bead. Again, these just have neat stuff in them. So it's great to get little unique pieces. Oh, look at that flower. I love that. Each mix is going to be different, obviously. And you may get some of, like, this is a glass from between beads. You know, it's just a bunch of stuff all mixed together. A lot of it will be usable. Some of it may not be. It's just the way these things go. But it's really fun. It's a fun way to get lots of different styles of beads. And you find what you like. Find a new, exciting shape. And this is cool. As you can see, the piece counts are going to vary, even though the weights might be the same. Some of these have larger beads in them. Look at this. This is a fun, unique pendant. It's a really fun, like, Baroque, deep, dark, like, coffee swirl. This is a cool piece. That's a really neat bead. Yeah, there's neat stuff. And, like, this one's got a little chip in it. Again, you might find some imperfections. That's a fun English cut, little shells. It's a really neat earthy bag. So yeah, different stuff. Every bag's going to be different. Every mix is different. I'm excited about them, and I just wanted to show you kind of what to expect. All right. Because when we sell beads by the count and we say, you know, you're going to get 4 of these particular table cut beads, we've already checked and made sure that none of them are broken or chipped or ugly. We pulled all the ones that don't match their friends, so you get, like, you know, 4 beads that are happy together. But the mixes, we have not done any of that. So just be aware. All right. These are so cute. Look at these little teardrops. These are a blue and crystal swirl. You've got some of that great, like, almost cat's eye glow to them. That dark blue silk. I love it. Really pretty, like, royal blue. And then we've got these little pinched rounds. They're so cute in a similar color. This has a little more of a white and blue mix. And then we also have them in a lighter blue silk. Look at that. That's so cute. I love that. Again, like that kind of cat's eye glow. This is like that denim blue. So pretty. And again, a good number of beads in that bag. That's quite a few. And then we also have these adorable little blue cubes. Kind of a cornflower and crystal swirl. Those are so cute. Okay, up next we have some more of these cushion cut beads. in this gorgeous sea green opal and this really lovely topaz opal. I love those. This is so pretty. And then I think, yeah, we've also got those in pink opal. Look at that color. Just so gorgeous. And these are new old stock beads, again, from a warehouse in the Czech Republic. They told us they couldn't give us an exact date of manufacture, but they did consider them vintage. Ooh, these are beautiful. These have a Picasso finish on them. These green, like matte ovals. Got that gorgeous brown marbling on them. I love those. So pretty. And again, you get a lot of pieces in that bag. All right. Next up, we have these fun 2-hole spacer bars in black with a metallic purple finish. These are great for bead weaving. They're great for, honestly, they're really cool if you just make a stretch bracelet out of just a bunch of bars in a row. They've got a neat look there, or you can put little tiny seed beads and stuff between them. Lots of fun things you can do with those. Some more fun stripy mixed beads. So these are kind of a red and yellow, slightly pink looking mix there. Pull them out so you can kind of see them against the white. You've got lots of stripes. It's a pretty color. I really like those. Just something a little different. Again, 6mm rounds. And we've got some, slightly, not quite an English cut, but it is like a 5-sided, it looks like. Yeah, a little 5-sided round. These are really cool. A little round, like star cut almost. And with that beautiful Picasso finish. A gorgeous varied brown. Those are earthy and so much fun. Just something a little bit different. Love that. Ooh, there's one more mix. I take that back. There are 2 more mixes. Let me show you these. We have black. Oh, look at that turtle. And there's a little cat. What? Obsessed with that turtle. He's drilled top to bottom. Again, your mix may vary. Some really fun, like matte champagne gold accents in here. So you've got black and white and gold. Some little flowers, some rounds. There's a little purple cat. That's so fun. Every mix will vary again. Just super, super cute. Down to like some little almost, some 3 and 4mm rounds in that one too. And then this orange is so bright. Love it. Ooh, you've got some really gorgeous like vintage orange silk in there and some super unusual shapes. Look at that twisty rectangle. That's so fun. You got a bunch of those. We've got some white and orange beads, some red accents. This is really pretty warm mix. That is gorgeous. And again, a pretty decent handful of beads there, including some smaller ones all the way up to like the larger cylinders and ovals. Oh, that's interesting. That oval is drilled the short side. That's really cool. Just some neat shapes in this gorgeous warm color mix. Throwing stuff on the floor. My goodness. Okay. Then we have some really pretty faceted, these are so pretty, like ruby pink faceted rondelle beads. Oh, those are stunning. Look at that. They've got almost a matte finish on the sides. They're beautifully cut, and that is just an incredible color. Love those. This looks like a 5-gram bag. And just super duper nice. And that color is stunning. Ooh, look at these little twisty rounds. And these are going to be turquoise with a Picasso finish on top. They are so fun and earthy. I love that mix. Or those two colors mixed together, rather. Super, super pretty. All right, I'm going to set these aside, and we'll take a look at the last batch of Czech for the day. Okay, up next we have some more teeny tiny little fire polish rondelles. These are the amethyst, and I love that cut. So cute. So I think these are sometimes called donuts. They are, because you have like the rondelles with the flat sides. These are the rondelles with the curved sides. Super pretty. We also have some 4mm disc beads. These little rondelles. We have them in the Montana blue, gorgeous gray blue color, in this pink and white swirl, and this gorgeous Picasso red. Look at that. These are so pretty. Okay, next we have these cute little like triangle nuggets. And they're all technically the same shape, but it's a really fun nugget shape. You've got that Lila Vega luster finish. And we have them in the blue luster as well. It's kind of a light steel blue. Love that. All right, next we have fire polish beads. I do want to call out this one in particular is a pearl finish, and it's a vintage bead, which means, I think this one's vintage, it's definitely a pearl finish. With the pearl finish, sometimes you get like little bits of finish sticking up like that. And I just wanted to call that out. If you are having issues with the holes, with, you know, not being large enough, because there is a lot of the pearl finish does tend to get stuck kind of up in them. They're super easy to clear with a bead reamer, or sometimes even just a head pin, just kind of work it around. And then just be careful getting that little piece of finish off if you need to, because I usually will use like sometimes a nail clipper. You want to really shear through it and not peel, because if you peel, it'll take some of the finish around it off, and you don't want that. So just a word of caution on those. I love Czech pearl finishes. They are a little more delicate than some of the other Czech finishes just by nature. It's just how they're made. But that also makes them super pearly and gorgeous. This is a really, really fun bead. So you've got the jet black underneath and then this bright metallic finish on top. But you can still see the black through the finish, which I actually love. Gives it almost this honeycomb look. It's thicker on some beads than others. There's less of the black showing through on that one, for example, than this one. But it looks almost like scales. I don't know, I really like these. I just thought they were awesome. So, had to grab those. We've got these little twisty beads. They're kind of like an oval or cylinder bead that is just twisted. And I really like that shape. It just gives a little extra shimmer. So this is that deep garnet red. We also have them in an amethyst with a luster finish. Nice light purple. And the blue luster finish. We have them in teal, kind of an emerald green, little hint of teal there. The olivine, classic medium green. And then we have the ruby red with the luster. You can see it's a much lighter red than the garnet red. So we love those. Super fun and pretty. And that is all of our Czech glass for today. Next up we have spacer beads. I think I can still fit a couple here. Look at these. I love these barrels. They are super pretty, like the patterning on them with that antique finish. You get 10 of those per bag. Next up we have these patterned puffed rectangles. They have such a cool look. They look kind of ancient to me. I love, they've got the dots on the top, the little diamonds in the middle. It looks like about 20. Of course, I'll count them before I list them. We have these cylinder beads with the like rope accent. They always look a little like, I don't know, Greek to me, sort of, like a column. I think they're really pretty. Some antique silver spacers there. Here are some really fun copper 5-pointed dotted stars. I really like those, and I like the way they look on the side too. They just have so much texture. So really nice. And that's probably about all. I'm going to clean up the mat now before I get too far into these spacers. We've got a bunch more to look at. All right, next up we have these wavy bronze rectangles. I really like that. They have an almost hammered look. You get 6 pieces of those per bag. We have some spacer beads on a strand, which is always fun. These are obviously butterflies. Lots of pretty antique silver finish on those. We have some super fun hammered style ovals. We have them in antique copper and antique silver. I really love this shape. You can see it's kind of twisty and very large. It makes a fun statement. So we have those in both finishes. Trying to get some good copper beads back in stock since that is our metal tone of the month with the box. Got these fun barrels. I love, love, love those little round designs. And then we always try to keep antique silver stocked because it is definitely the most popular of the metal tones on the store. So these are actually more of a bright silver. These are just corrugated rounds. Very classic. Love those. We've got these butterflies. These are huge. I love it. You got 6 of them per bag. They are double-sided, and they are center drilled top to bottom there. We have these windy coiled barrels. They look like wrapped wire. You can see there's a little bit of seaming there. They are very solid, though. Have a good heft to them. And we have them in the antique bronze as well. Oh, these are similar to the antique copper barrels we just looked at, but in antique silver. They're a little rounder. The other ones are a little more of like a puffed shape. And these are very round. You can see the difference there. So we have those, and these are fun. We have these spacer bars. So just these 2-hole spacer bars. Oh, they actually run the other way. That's interesting. So they go like this, 2-hole spacer bars. You could almost make a whole bracelet just with the one bag there. You put a couple beads between them if you want to, and look at that. It's really fun. I don't know that it would quite go around my recipe really close though. If you add a little tiny bead in between, but each one has holes on the top and bottom there. It's very cute. Love those. We have these fun puffed triangle spacers. I love these. They're just really cool. You got some fun texture. They always remind me of just sort of like snakeskin, which I think is neat. That texture on the sides there. They have such a good heft to them too. Speaking of which, this next bag is pretty hefty as well. You get 6 in this bag, and look at that. They do have a little tiny bit of seaming. It is subtle and well done, but it is there, so I want to call that out. But these are just so fancy looking. Love that. All right. Ooh, these are cool. These have different patterns on each side. So you've got this side and then this like sunburst side. Kind of fun. Just a little like almost Southern Cross. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Then we have back in stock. These are, I think, the same as the spacer beads that were in the August boho box, the Bohemian Nights. And these have been really popular. Been trying to get them back in, so we have them again. And we also have 2 packs of bales, floral bales. Really nice whole size there. You've got like a couple filigree style design, so it's not true filigree. There aren't any openings. It's solid in the inside. Lots of good antique details and a nice loop to attach your charm or pendant at the bottom. we have those in the antique gold and the antique silver. Okay, and we have some more spacer beads that came in later this week as well. But before we get into those, we also have some fun findings. Look at this little spacer bar. So cute. You get those purple cubic zirconia in there. It's just a little rectangle bar. That's the back. Little loops on the top and bottom. Thought that was fun. I'm going to go ahead and pick up the spacers, I guess, before I get too far into these other pieces. But we'll take a look at those next. All right, up next we have some little carved shell flowers. Look at this little cherry blossom. Isn't that cute? Beautiful little carvings on that. It has a smooth back. This is just a white freshwater shell. Then we have some dyed shell flowers in this blue, and you can see they do vary both in the exact shape. This one's got a little more of like a whorl to it, and this one's got a little bit of a different carving pattern and color, so they'll pick up the dye differently. So I want to show you that. It's sort of a mixed lot of blue shell flowers. They're super pretty. We have this silver, ooh, that's so pretty, silver sunburst pendant. I think that's so fun. All that sparkling cubic zirconia. It's in platinum plated brass. It has a nice size bail as well. Really like that. Ooh, we've got some jump rings in like a light rose gold. This is actually kind of similar to like the KC gold finish. I think I'll have to look at it under other lightings to be sure. We've got some rose gold finish findings. We've got these beautiful pins. They're real rose gold plated, I believe. And then the same for these. These are thick jump rings. Really nice, very sturdy. Next up, we have, these look like they're probably a resin and press shell product, but we have these carved flowers. Super cute. They are center drilled. And they do vary slightly in exact color and pattern, as you can see here. I'll put them out here because they're kind of blend in with my hands. There we go. So we got some a little bit lighter. These are a little bit pinker. They are sold 2 per bag. Those are fun. All right, up next we have some cute little wreath style links. Love these. Look at the little enamel bumblebee, and there's a little flower, leaves. You've got a little rhinestone in the middle. I think those are so cute. So these just have a white flower. And then we also have a style that has some pink and green on it as well. These have a little resin white flower, but then also 2 little enamel flowers and another little bee. I think they're so fun and springy. And this is the 2010. Here we go. Love those. Ooh, these are fun. We've got these textured like rounds, but they have a teardrop cutout and 5 little chandelier holes at the bottom. Just super cute. I think they'd be great with our box this month as well. Get 4 pieces of those per bag. Ooh, we've got such pretty cubic zirconia stuff. So this is a link. It is slightly curved. You could definitely use it on like a bracelet there. But just lots of emerald green, little like a baguette stones there. They're so cute. Little rectangular stones. I love the slightly offset shape. You've got 2 holes, loop on either end, which is so pretty. And we've got some tiny cubic zirconia, little tiny teardrops, which I think would look so cute. Pull these slightly out of order, but I think they'll look great together with the so these are Find 4191, the little teardrops. I think they'd be so cute with these Find 4583 little butterfly teardrops. Like, wouldn't those be so sweet together for earrings? I just love that. And both of these have cubic zirconia. You've got these little tiny cubic zirconia teardrops. And then these links have enameled butterflies as well. I love the swirl in the enameling. So pretty. Very cute. So we've got those. We have this little drop, which is also slightly curved, very cute. Just lots of little connected cubic zirconia, like that. And then we have this one, which is also sort of wreath leg. You've got this gorgeous CZ teardrop down there, and just this fun textured oval. That's such a pretty little drop. Some really cute stuff. Next we have a butterfly with a teardrop at the bottom. So cute. And then instead of a traditional loop, you've got two little loops on the top formed by the antennae of the butterfly. Very fun. And then, oh, this next one's got a pretty pattern on it. Look at this charm. That's so cute. So you've got a little attached veil, and then just this great little like sunburst design in a diamond shape with a CZ at the center, surrounded by a little pave set cubic zirconia as well. So cute. Oh, we have those little teardrops in the ruby pink and sapphire blue as well. Those are so nice. I love those. And we have this little oval. Look at that. That's so pretty. I don't know why, but it feels vaguely nautical to me, like with just the patterns. It almost looks like a compass rose. Not quite, but it's very cute. Little tiny drop. There's the back. It's smooth on the back. Okay, this is gorgeous. Look at this seahorse. This link, you've got a loop at the top of the bottom. Again, slightly curved to make a beautiful bracelet. It's just got blue and black and ruby red cubic zirconia pave set to make this gorgeous little seahorse design. That's what the reverse looks like. So pretty. And you will see a lot with the pave set cubic zirconia that the reverse will have all these little holes to help the light pass through, help the sparkle really shine. All right, this is getting really full, so I'm going to pick this up. We've still got a few more pendants to look at. All right, next up we have these flat curved links. You can see they are sort of hollow on the back, very lightweight, which is nice. You've got 5 loops on the bottom, and this just fun detailed pattern on the front. With those little links, they make great like necklace centerpieces. Ooh, these were a restock request. I really love them. It's little patterned, almost like a go-go shape. You've got the filigree style, little patterned chandeliers, 1 loop on top and 3 on the bottom. They're so pretty. Love those. Then I love this link. It'd be so cute with Mother's Day coming up at the spring. This just says Mama. It's a little cubic zirconia link. Super sweet. This one's so cute too. Look at this starfish link. I love that. So you've got 3 little starfish and 3 big starfish. And this one's pretty straight to make a great necklace bar or however you want to use it. That's really fun. Next, we have some beautiful enameled chandelier pendants. So you've got a loop on either side. You've got 7 loops on the bottom and some really pretty turquoise blue enamel along the center. That's what the back looks like. It's a very solid piece. It's got a good heft to it. And this one is also quite solid, slightly concave in the back, but yeah, not nearly as lightweight as these ones are. So if you're wanting a really lightweight piece, these are great. If you want a heavier, more solid piece, these are really fun, both of these. So this one doesn't have the antiquing. It just has lots of pattern and texture. I love that. And you've got a red enamel oval in the center. Ooh, these are so cute. We've had these before. I love these little enameled white and purple flowers. I think they're so very cute. Smooth on the back. Just a really pretty ombre white and purple enamel center. 2 pieces per bag. And these little cherry blossoms are so sweet too. You've got 2 different pink tones. That's what they look like on the back. You can see they've still got the petal structure showing. Just super adorable. All right, we've got some basic stainless steel findings. We've got our Stop It crimps in the, I believe this is the stainless steel cylinder. It's definitely either that or the brass, but fairly certain this is the stainless steel variety we had coming in this week. Of course, I'll double check that for you. Then we have some of my favorite crimp beads. These are the, I think these are the surgical steel crimp beads. Again, I'll double check that, but I really like the size. And we have them in both the classic dark stainless steel and a golden finish. So again, I will verify all of that when I list it. I'm pretty sure, I know I had those requested. I'm pretty sure that's what they sent me. Oh, usually I check all these things. This morning's been crazy. I'm so happy to get to sit down and go through fun new arrivals with you though. So these are some of my absolute favorite end findings. Just the classic stainless steel bead tips with 2 loops. My favorite kind. Trying to make sure we stay stocked. All right, so next up we have some clasps, which I will show you. Oh, I missed one of our little cubic zirconia pendants. Gotta show this to you. Look at that. That's so cute. You've got this light, like very pale amethyst teardrops, cubic zirconia teardrops. It's just such a pretty flower. That's what the back looks like. Very, very sparkly. Ooh, I also wanted to say, earlier I meant to show you these. We also have the heart pendants in the cherry quartz glass. This is a man-made product. It's essentially a lab-created quartz with some beautiful pink striations added. So, love those. Also, by popular request, several of you had asked us if we could find these little acrylic leaves. So, we have some in now. Just these cute little acrylic leaf drops. I don't often carry acrylics, but I do think these are super duper cute, and knowing what y'all want, I am always happy to see what I can do. So if there's something else that you would love in acrylic or resin or something that we don't usually carry, you can always send us an email at support@beadboxbargains.com and we'll get it added to the list. Or leave a comment here. I always love to hear what you're looking for as well. Okay, this is too cute. This is a lobster claw clasp. Little elephant. Oh my gosh. And his trunk and his tusks make a little lobster claw. Oh my gosh. I'm obsessed with that. So cute. Love that. Ooh, it's sterling. This is a sterling silver clasp. It's like it has a really good weight to it. Yeah, no wonder. Yeah, there's a little 925 mark right at the bottom. These are going to be pricey. We don't have a lot of them. We have some similar, I loved these. It's been a few months, y'all, since I talked to the factory about these, but I love these. I asked for all that they had, and then I asked them if they could cast me some in brass as well, since they didn't have many of the silver available. And I think we're going to get some in brass later, like platinum finished and gold finish probably, but it may be the summer before they're available. In the meantime, we've got just a few of these super cute, amazing quality little sterling silver elephants. Like, I think they had like a dozen or so. It is very few. But just know, if you like that shape, we have more coming. They're in production. Okay, these are fun. I love this double strand toggle. So you got 2 loops. I would say with this, I always make sure with my 2 strands that I use very small beads towards the end of the toggle here, just because you have to pull both strands up, you know, and far enough to get that toggle back through. It's just something to keep in mind. I love these. They have great hammered texture. Super cute antique bronze. Oh, these are fun. These are triple strand, and again, same would go for these. You got to be able to pull all 3 strands, you know, up, sideways, and through the toggle. So keep that in mind when designing with a multi-strand clasp. They're great for like little 4mm beads. You can make a really gorgeous, like using our tiny little faceted gemstones. That'd be super cute. You can make a multi-strand set with those. All these are great. And these are lobster claws in that kind of Casey gold finish. I'm trying to get more findings in that finish because a lot of enameled stuff nowadays is done in this gold rather than the classic antique gold. So we have more coming in too. It's like a really pale rose gold almost. And these are a little rosier than some of the Casey gold I've seen, but they are very, very, very cute. Yeah, like sometimes the Casey gold is yellower, or well, that might be a different tone of gold. This one's just very cute. I'm trying to get more rosy gold and more Casey gold and just different finishes in. Ooh, these are nice. Those are pretty heavy. Little hammered crown toggle with a little scepter bar there. Very regal. Looks like 5 clasps per bag on those. Those are really cute. I like those a lot. Next we have some classic rope toggles in antique bronze. This is very classic, lightweight, yet sturdy. We have some itty bitty hearts with almost like a little twisty sort of Celtic looking flare there. Super cute little toggle. That would be sweet for like a small delicate bracelet. And we have some magnet clasps. We're making friends over here. You get 2 pieces of these antique copper classic round magnet clasps. And they are nice and strong. I like that brushed copper finish. We have some hook and eye clasps. Classic. These are quite large. You just stick the hook on the little ring. Very cute. You get 4 pieces per bag. This would be great for like a sizable necklace. Very solid. Here we have some little bamboo toggles. These are one of my favorite styles. I love these. And this, of course, is the antique bronze finish. You get 4 of those. We also have them in antique silver. Love those. Super, super cute. There's still a couple in there. Oh, I really, really do like that clasp. All right. Next, we have some foldovers. So there we are. It's like this one's very sparkly. You have 2 clips. Each clip has 2 holes in the bottom. So if you've never used this kind of clasp, we do have a how-to video showing you how you can finish several different styles, because some of them have a bar to knot to. Some of them, like this one, essentially what you do is you run your cord up and then back down, and then you tie a knot, and it acts as like sort of a knot cover and a clasp half. And then you just clip it back around the center ring. Very cute. And we have some itty bitty copper magnet clasps as well. Those are surprisingly sturdy for their size. We also have them in gunmetal. Very nice, just classic little rounds. Again, nice strong magnet for the size. And this is gorgeous. You've got another fold over clasp here. So you've got one traditional ring on one side, and then this one's got that knotting bar that you can tie your cord off to. So these are great with everything from like, a fire line, like a fused monofilament, to any kind of beading thread or like a silk cord. There's lots you can do with it. I love this twisted leaf with the little cubic zirconia sparkly accents. It's beautiful. I believe these are 18 karat gold over brass. And we've got some classic patterned toggles Those are cute. You got 5 of those per bag as well. Some stainless steel lobster claws that include a jump ring. Those are really nice quality. And then, ooh, these are pretty. Little tropical flower toggles. So you've got the ring over here and the loop on the reverse of the flower. Those are fun. Next, we've got a couple more fold-over clasps. These ones have this pretty infinity design. And then you've got a clip with a tie bar on either side for you to knot onto. It's very nice little fold-over clasp there. We have it in the platinum or the 18 karat gold plate. Fairly certain anyway is what it looks like. I always will double check these things. So if the website says something different than I say in the video, trust the website, because again, I have not, when I'm doing the listing, I carefully go through all the manufacturer's notes, but when I make this video, I just get excited and grab everything. If I have questions, I try to look them up beforehand, but you know, not always perfect about that. Sometimes we just get excited and we go for it. Okay, so here we have that light gold that again matches some of the lighter gold findings really nicely. The Casey gold finish, traditional gold, silver, and gunmetal. So I guess the other ones must be, sometimes it's hard to tell until they're next to each other. These ones are a little rosier. These are like a light rose gold. The lights in the studio, they're so bright that sometimes the different metal tones, when they're not like next to each other, can be really hard to tell apart. So I'm trying to be very accurate with those. And then, ooh, this is pretty. It's almost like, again, that sort of bamboo style. This is very solid. Little clip in the middle. And then you've got these 2 clips on the side. I can that one, there you go. It just works like that. And these are very sturdy clips. I will say sometimes the first time you go to open these, it can be a little trickier. And then typically it gets easier from there on. There we go. That wasn't too bad. Just had to get the angle right on it. And then you just snap it back to close it. There we go. So pretty. All right, so those are our toggles. We've got some more spacer beads coming up next and a few other odds and ends. All right, some more spacer beads, and a few of these are restocks of the similar ones to what we had in the last few weeks. But I love these large bent washers. They look so good with like an 8mm spacer or gemstone bead. I think they're really pretty. So we've got these, and we have a few more of these, the 10-piece little spacer bars. So you've got 2 holes. Again, I love to put like a 4mm bead between these on each strand. They're great for multi-strand designs. And these like beaded lanterns are super cute. You've got these little bumpy rounds on either end of the fluted lantern center. I think those are cute. 10 of those per bag. And just classic golden wavy washers. There's a lot of pieces in that bag, and they're a good size. Like just about a 10mm, it looks like. We have these really fun patterned square beads. And then the wavy bronze rectangles, which are super cute. And we had something similar earlier this week, I think, but these are a 10-piece count. These are really fun. They're so bold. These giant, like, ovals. This fancy vine design. I really like those. You get 4 pieces per bag. Next, we have these. These are really fun. Just like ancient Greek looking ovals. I love that design on there. Super cute. We have some goldfish back in. These little like bubble fish with little bubble eyes. You get 10 pieces of those, it looks like. Super cute. Love those. They are drilled top to bottom. We also have some floral bead strands. Here are some with, these are really pretty. Just with the little, again, kind of a band on the top and bottom, little dot in the center. Very cute. And then we have these little swirled roses too. So, both in the antique silver. Super cute. We have some just classic round antique gold spacers. These have such a good heft to them too. They're very solid. We have some more bales. These have a large hole and a bumpy pattern. It's a nice little rondelle there with bumps down the center, little dots down the center. It's really pretty. Good size loop as well. We have some antique bronze swirls. These always make me think of shells. They are double-sided, drilled top to bottom. You have some hammered antique silver, sort of off rounds, almost like a triangular round, if that were a thing. I really like that. They're kind of like a pinched shape. They're super pretty. Haven't seen anything quite like them before, so I had to grab those. I've got these little puffed rounds that have this dotted flower pattern. These will be a closeout. They do have a little bit of flashing on some of them. Just that little extra bump there. So you'll see a closeout tag on those. It's not all of them, it's just a couple. But when we notice something like that, we're going to note it in the listing. And these butterflies, they're drilled top to bottom through the center. They're so fun. I love just like the puffy shape. I don't know why, but they make me really happy. They're quite solid. You get 2 of those per bag. These are super nice corrugated beads. Again, really good heft to them. And they're really well made. The seaming is super unobtrusive. I don't really see it. It's there if you look, but it's hard to notice, which means it's done well. And yeah, they're really solid. Those are good quality. I like those. These are fun. I like these thin little rondelles. They are rounded on both sides, so you can put them between 2 rounds easily. And they just have a little dotted pattern. Subtle, it's cute. They are also very solid. And again, just something a little bit different. All right, here are more of the round gold beads. But these are a little more like a rondelle, where these are very rounded. This bag has almost more of a barrel shape. You see that? How it's more straight on the sides. It doesn't taper all the way down like the rounds do. So another just really great spacer. Just depends which shape you're going for. The sizes are slightly different as well. Just wanted to show those next to each other because they are similar but distinct. All right, here we have, these are so fun. Look at this textured bicone. That is so cute. These are super well made. Again, I don't really see any seaming. Really textured, really fun. And large too. I like those. All right, I'm going to set these aside. I've got just a few more spacer beads here, but my table's getting full there. These are so cute. That's so interesting. It's almost like a little bicone, but you've got these little dotted segments. I love those. Again, just something different. And we have those barrel-shaped spacers in antique silver as well as antique gold. Classic, again, very solid. Love that. Oh, these are little teeny tiny gold swirly spacers. You can see here's what they look like on the side. Just little swirled spacer beads. Love those. Very petite. Great for small beads and delicate designs. Next, we have some bead frames. So these are drilled top to bottom, like right through there. And you could fit probably like a 6mm bead in there. You get 10 pieces of these per bag in that antique silver finish. You have some little rose gold spacers. Again, very solid. These are, these have a rose gold finish. They're very, very cute. These are very nice quality as well. And these are fun. It's like a double-sided cylinder, just a little textured strip in the middle. Again, just something very different. I like it. Okay, next we have some little textured dotted rondelles. And these are so cool. They almost look like little sea urchins to me. You've got strips of dots and then like a little puffy dot in the middle. I know they're very detailed, very small. Really like those. And for some reason they have a cap skew, even though they're a spacer bead. Not sure what happened there. Oh look, all of these do. Love that. Teeny tiny little 5-point star beads. These are so thin and delicate. I like that. They're very, very small. You could use them in between itty bitty little beads. There's so many of them. I think these are sold by weight. There's, oh my goodness, that's so many. We have them in antique copper too. Really cute. Again, more of a spacer than a cap. Now these are a cap. These are, I believe, stainless steel itty bitty bead caps. Probably great for 6mm or up. Just little stainless steel cutout bead caps. Those are really cute. Love it. All right. We also have a strand of faceted cube beads here. Ooh, now I get to play. Is it amethyst or lepidolite? Now I'm going to say lepidolite because of just the patterns in the white. I will double check that. It could also be a lavender amethyst. They can be difficult to tell apart at this size. I have to look really closely, but those little black dots look more lepidolite-ish to me. Either way, it's a beautiful icy purple, finely faceted strand of cube beads. Look at the facets. They're so sparkly. Love it. All right, and then our final items for this week. We have these head pins. So these are the bright versions of the antiqued ones we had last week, but unlike the antiqued ones, you know, we had some heavy antiquing. They were a closeout. These are not. These are exactly how they should be. And very cute. It just gives you a little something extra at the base of your head pin. These are great if you have a bead with a larger hole that you want to put on a drop because, you know, you've just got a larger thing there to start with. Or, you know, you could make your own little bail for something like one of these pendants, and it just gives you kind of a decorative medallion in the front should you choose to do something like that and make a loop that comes around and loops under here. You know, just stuff you can do things with them, and they are fancy. I like them. So you get 6 pieces per bag. We have these bright silver, and then also the bright gold. Very cute. All right, and that is everything that we are working on bringing you this week. I am also trying to put together like a little mini value bundle sort of thing to match the box. That would be Friday probably if we get it done in time. Wish me luck for Friday the 13th. But if not, it'll be next week. Our regular companion bundle will be coming out next week along with the box extras. So that'll be the 20th. But I'm going to see if I can throw together something for this week. In the meantime, we'll have all of the items in this video going up on the website, usually about 20 to 30 items a day. So by the end of Friday, we should have everything in this video up on the site. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me this Monday. Thanks for being here. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead. Hope you have an absolutely beautiful rest of your Monday. And as always, happy beading.